What's going on? I guess we're going to start talking about Turkey Day. They say Turkey Day, okay, I'm going to do it in this U.S., is that it's the fourth Thursday of the month, okay? So it's the fourth Thursday of the month. The question is, Turkey Thursday. Turkey is three strikes. Three strikes is who we are. 666, 10, 10, 10. Part of the three worlds. 10 this way, 10 this way, 10 this way. Okay, Roman numeral 10. So it's the fourth Thursday, which means the angle. Okay, it means it's the four sides of man. Okay, how it works, how it functions. Okay, and it always falls on the fourth Thursday. And what happens is the earliest Thursday that I can find that it would be on the fourth, I think, is the 24th, and that would mean the angle of man and the angle of the heaven. When it falls on the latest, the 28th, it means the beta heaven. It explains exactly that. So it intervenes between 24, 25, 26, 27, and 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Anyway, there's a 7-day period. And the 23rd day, if it was a Thursday, that would be the beta creation. So that's Thanksgiving, and the reason for the three turkeys. And when you go bowling, you roll three strikes, you get 30. Counts for three worlds, you get 300. You got 2 and 8, 4 and 6. The cross of Jesus. You got 300 in bowling. Okay. Halloween. I'm going to change it a little bit. In the Jewish holidays, the latest it would fall in the Jewish holidays, so Halloween may not come from that calendar. Okay, but if it did come from that calendar, okay, the latest it would be the fourth day of November. And 11 and 4 means man in the spirit angle and the angel of heaven, which means the four angles that hold us up of the dice cube. Okay, the four corners, like on a dice. I'm always missing a dice. Anyways, Halloween, okay, is on the 31st of the 10th month. Total 41. That's the beginning of life, what happened to us. That's the 5 angle. Okay? 41, if you count it on your telephone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way around, you end up at 41 on the 1 key. And that's the beginning of life. At 45, okay, it changes because you now become the love life. Okay, at 45, 54, because it's the 9 lives of the cat. So now you're into the core of the true meaning of life. Okay, you had experience, you've been here 40 years, and now you've got 40 years to think about what you're going to do next. So that's about that holiday. The other one is in Hebrew is the Shin. Let me show you a little bit about the Shin. You see that upside down ace? Okay, it's got 3 poles, 1, 2, 3. Okay, if it's got spirit, it's man 6, and he's got spirit Shin. But if it's just the angle of man, okay, he doesn't have life here. He only has the angle of life. And that angle of life, okay, and all angles are L's. That's why I said it's the club, and the club is all female, and they're the angels that cover that angle over here. And that would be the sin part of our life, that we have to have a dog tag. We're tagged up to another something over here that controls us. An animal controls us. Because there's no other human beings, right? Isn't that right? No other human beings, and we are being controlled by the Spirit. Must be an animal. He's an extra. He's an extra in the act. In the act in the studio of life. Hollywood. Don't count them out. The other thing I wanted to show you is what it says in most years, but in 1963, when you cut off all the sides, all the top parts of the numbers, it says Lily. Lily. Now you try to think lilies and frogs and, and there's all kinds of weird stuff going on. So I decided to draw a little world. Doesn't it look like a frog? 1 world, 2 worlds, 3 worlds. Sometimes you see these on top of Muslims, whatever you call them, but it creates a heart because it's bubbled out. It's the almond design. It's a D and a D, and the D, break up a stop sign in half, and that's automatically a D. The D is the cap of the king. The D is the cap of the jack. Cap of the jack. Capital. Capital of what? Imperial. I just want to show you one thing. Can you see this hook? This is the 6 original hockey teams, okay? And the road they traveled: Chicago, Detroit, Toronto, Ottawa, for a period, right at the beginning of the 7th one, which is the capital, okay? Boy, oh boy, why are they in there? And anyways, you go on to Boston, New York, and then if you go a little bit further, you have to go to Pennsylvania Trading Station. And that's a whole circle. It makes like a loop. So once that loop closes, is that the cancer loop that closes and shows us where it's cutting off on our end? Right? So anyways, that's one of the things in my work. I kind of explained the whole thing to you. The reason for the walnut right there, you see the lines that connect creates a heart. It's the way part of the islands are created and connected. I can't design everything. I don't know it all. I have to think of it. If it comes out, it has to fit. You see, even if I don't know what it is, if it is anything at all, if it doesn't fit, I can't do it. I only create what he can create by connecting. And if things are a weird way of connecting, and things are very odd, something's very wrong. The other thing about transformation is this. You see all those tic-tac-toes in there? Which way are you going? In CB radio, right, there is no 1014. Because 1014 is the 5 spot. That's the core. There's nothing yet. Now you go to 1041, which again is the 5 core, but now you're into light. You know what it says? Where do you want me to send you? Because you can't stay at the core forever. It's only a trading place. The name of the core? The Jew. The pirate of the earth. Jupiter. Jew pirate of the earth. The one-eyed pirate. Now there's something else that I discovered just a few minutes ago. If I can, I got so many things written down. Oh, I don't want to leave this out at 7 minutes. I'll get to it next. If you see the top one, okay, that's what a beehive looks like. If you go online to Nebula NGC 7286, look up Pegasus, you must play with the screen. Okay, and eventually you'll see all the beehives, one after the other after the other. I don't know what it represents. They do say the honey is the pot of gold. They do talk about the bees. And down below, can you see, it's a part of a diamond. It's one of those diamond pegs you bang into the ground and it sticks there. Because diamonds are for everything. They use diamonds everywhere. Sevens and diamonds and triangles. Delta, delta! Delta, delta, I am calling you 44. 44 means space. Delta, delta. That's what it is. The word space is a 44 letter count. It's as simple as that. I was looking up something and found Chelsea. And I said it backwards. It was a seashell. Or it was a cello. Or it was a jello. Or he said hello. Or hello. Or was it Helsinki? Was it a chell? Or was it a chill? So what does Chelsea mean to you? God's name, alphabet, alphabet. So where else am I in here? I'm in the mix of trying to prove, okay, how that club pertains to us. You see, it's 4, 6, and 2. The heaven is here. We're in the heaven. This is our connection. This is our triangle. This is our delta. We're inside the ace right now, and this is where we are. That's how we communicate. Here, on this, okay, it lowers and it raises itself as a triangle. But at the same time, I'm supposed to put this triangle along with it. So they swing around with each other at the same time, creating an hourglass where in the 5 fall, as the 5 moves all the time, in the center, the sand falls. And it always knows what time it is because of the triangle. Not me. Another thing to say is that Oriental Avenue in Monopoly in the year 5775, after going through the time of the count of 7286, we end up on Oriental. okay? But if we take away the first year, okay, because the first year, it's like a yearling. They're born, they call them 1 year old already, but they're not. So if we take away the first year, we fall onto Reading Railroad. So Reading Railroad and B&O are exactly across from each other, the same thing as Pennsylvania is across from each other, and the same angle as the cross, where the Q of go. If you didn't see one of my prior videos, the Q of go sits right in the corner, stopping the game at go. Everybody exits. They exit from the 2 levels. Everybody on the top level who's at B&O, they go down to Pennsylvania and they come up at Shoreline. If you're on the bottom level, well, you just have to go past the Mediterranean again. But no one's on the bottom level. No one's in 8 yet. We're not in 8. We're not a figure 8. We're just a 5. Both ways we don't come home alive, right? For the 5, we can be a 9. We can be flying like angels. Okay, that's 11 minutes. I mentioned juicy fruit and angel fruit and Jesus fruit, because the word Jesus fruit is a total of 148. Jesus and fruit separated are 74, and that's the court calculation of the roulette board. Another thing I wanted to tell you about the roulette board is that they divided the first 18 and the last 18 between 18 and 19. And when you total up the last set, okay, the colors of the numbers, they line up as 111, and they add up 35, 37 to 9 to the same amount of 111. So a connection shows a connection, and it makes the beehive in the center. I'm sticking with my story right now. I'm still not finished this design. I've showed it to you before. 1, 2, 3. It's almost like the bowling setup. I must have a mistake because there's no separation over here, you see? If you don't give any separation, you can't do anything else to it. It stays the way it is, okay? This is one square world. God's world is not like this, okay? It's a little bit different, just a little bit. Thank you very much. We're going to end it over.